You know, it was supposed to be just another Tuesday night game in the NBA. But with only seconds left on the clock, a pretty routine foul between the Pistons and Hornets, well, it wasn't just a play. It was a lit fuse. What came next was just pure chaos. So let's break down the anatomy of this brawl moment by moment.
Let's just start at the end, right? When all the dust finally settled, 4 players were ejected. Not 1, not 2, a whopping 4. So how in the world does a simple foul in the last minute of a game lead to that? What exactly happened on that court?
So let's rewind it. We're going to look at the spark that lit the fuse, the players who fanned the flames, and of course, the immediate fallout from it all.
Every fire, right, it starts with a spark. In this case, it was a foul and a face. This is the exact moment a basketball play turned into an all-out fight. Okay, so here's the play-by-play. First, you've got the foul. Moussa Diabaté on Jalen Duren. It's physical, sure, but it's pretty standard stuff. But then comes the retaliation. You gotta watch Duren's right hand. It connects right with Diabaté's face. And that's the flashpoint. The broadcast crew, they just nailed it. That right hand to the face, that is what started it all. The line was completely crossed, and you can see Duren knows it too. He immediately tries to back off and walk away, but it's way too late.
And the result of that hit? Well, the announcers were saying Diabaté's reaction was just uncontrollable. This wasn't just him being angry. They said they had never, ever seen him that emotional. His rage basically became a magnet, just pulling everyone else into the chaos.
But this thing wasn't just about the two guys on the court. No, the real escalation, the thing that took this from a little scuffle to a full-blown incident, came from the sideline. It came from players who weren't even in the game.
You can literally hear the confusion in the commentator's voice. What's Stewart doing? While some players and coaches were trying to be peacemakers, Isaiah Stewart was like a heat-seeking missile, sprinting from the bench straight into the fire.
And let's be crystal clear about the NBA rulebook on this one. Leaving the bench during a fight isn't just a penalty. It's one of the biggest no-nos in the league. It's an automatic violation, and the league has absolutely zero tolerance for it.
I mean, think about it. These announcers have seen thousands of games, right? And even they were just stunned. Their take? They'd never seen a guy come off the bench that aggressive. This wasn't a player trying to break things up. He was there to make things worse.
Now, for Isaiah Stewart, this isn't exactly a one-off. The guy has a history. The league has suspended him before for on-court altercations. And you better believe that rap sheet is going to be front and center when the league office decides his punishment.
And Stewart wasn't the only one escalating. You had Miles Bridges for the Hornets going right after Duren. At this point, it was just a whirlpool of bodies, with security and coaches from both sides desperately diving in to try and pull players apart before it got even uglier. So, after a really long review, the referees finally waded through all the chaos to hand down the on-court verdict and somehow try to get this game finished.
And here is the final tally. 4 players ejected. For the Hornets, you've got Diabaté and Bridges. For the Pistons, Duren and Stewart, the 4 main actors in this whole drama, were all sent to the showers early.
And this is where things just get weird, because Duren, the guy who was fouled in the first place, got ejected. He couldn't shoot his own free throws. So what happens? In this strange little quirk of the rules, the Hornets get to pick which Piston shoots for him. I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
The ejections might have ended the fight on the court, but believe me, the consequences were just beginning. Now, the whole mess moves from the arena right to the league office.
So, what happens now? Well, an incident file gets created. Every single camera angle is going to be reviewed by the NBA League office in New York. They'll be looking at absolutely everything to decide on fines and, maybe more importantly, how many games these players are going to miss.
And just like the commentator said, history matters. When the league makes its decision, Isaiah Stewart's past suspensions will be front and center. He is definitely not getting the benefit of the doubt here.
You know, it all boils down to this one simple question. When your teammate is in a fight, where is the line between loyalty and escalation? Every player has to make that choice. Do you have your teammates back, or do you make a bad situation a whole lot worse? On this night, they chose escalation, and now they're going to have to face the music.